Hello and welcome, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes for the week of the 11th to the 17th of September 2023. This week I am using the Goddess Love Oracle and I am using my homemade tarot resin tiles that I created. Let's get into it and see what the week ahead has in store for you. So earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, I am shuffling the Goddess Dream Oracle. And as I shuffle this oracle, we're asking for clarity, guidance, and insight into what is the theme for the week ahead for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for the week of the 11th to the 17th of September 2023. What is the theme? What is the energy? What is the thing that you need to be mindful of and aware of for the coming week? Let's see. Right, cards are shuffled. Let's cut the deck and take a card off the top. So let's have a look, earth signs, and see what is your theme for the week ahead. We have got card 29, self-exploration. I like that. Self-exploration, and it says fairy tales and myths, because that's what fairy tales and myths do. They help us, they force us, they allow us, they guide us into exploring and understanding ourselves a little bit more. There's a couple of things that I see in this particular artwork. So we've got this lady and she is engaging with her spirit animal, if I can call it that. We've got a sly shifty fox running past in the background. We've got a wise owl flying in the background. We have got a full moon and we have got a forest full of shadows and creepy, scary things. She is focusing on herself, focusing on her spirit animal, and not allowing herself to be distracted by all of these powerful energies that are going on around her. Self-exploration is not about meditation. It's not about contemplation. It's about actually digging deep, facing fears, facing shadows, facing insecurities, and facing doubts, and seeing how that makes you feel. So if we look at the animal that we have here, this could ordinarily be a frightening experience to engage and to participate. But she's recognizing what part of herself this animal is referencing, if I can put it that way, and she's exploring that within herself. She may do it with the fox, she may do it with the owl, and she may do it with the energies of the full moon and the shadows and the scary things and the things that go bump in the night as well. But what she's doing is she is allowing herself to imagine the best case scenario, because that's what fairy tales and myths generally do, don't they? They help us to see things in a different way. They help us to see truth when maybe sometimes we're a little bit restricted and limited within ourselves. But it's also about making sure that we don't get overly afraid, scary, or frightened to an extent that we don't engage and we don't participate. It's helping us to actually see beyond. All right, and that's what this week is going to be for you guys. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it's going to be a week where we're going to take morals, where we're going to take our understandings, we're going to take our belief systems, and we're going to explore them to determine what is valid and what is no longer valid, and understanding that what may be valid for you may not be valid for somebody else, and vice versa, and that is okay. Let's take some tarot and see what tarot wants to add. I'm going to give them a bit of a shuffle and drop a few on the table. It can be a bit noisy and it does vibrate and bump the table, so I do apologize for that. But let's add some tarot and see the message. Okie dokie, let the table stop wobbling. Right, so we have got 3 tarot that have landed on the table, and then there's one that's landed out of camera here. I'm going to bring it through there, ever so slightly, just so that you can see it, but I don't want you to see what it is because it has landed face up. You can see we've got 1 tarot that has landed face down, and we have got 2 that are face up, plus this one that is face up. I read face up and face down differently. So face down tells us not so relevant, not so significant. Face up says, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Okay. So I generally read the face ups first and then I read the face downs. When it comes to the off camera versus the face down, it depends again. So this one's face up, so it does take a preference over that one. So I'll read this one here first before I read that one. But, and I'm explaining myself here, so bear with me. This one that is face down is actually blocking that one over there. Can you see that? Because it's riding, it's resting on top of, which tells me that it is an obstacle to that card. So I can't read that one unless I know what the obstacle is. But I'm going to read that one and then show you what the obstacle is. So what is interesting, before I even do anything further, these two that are face up are the same number. They are both tens. 10, the number 10 in a numerological way, 10 represents the ending. It represents culmination. It represents getting all the way around, because 10 is our first double digit, and when we add a 1 and a 0 together, it brings us back to 1. So 10 is about coming full circle, but it's also about starting again and, getting ready to go around again. We've got the 10 of Cups and we have got the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Cups is the card of happy family. It's the card of joy, celebration. It's the card of saying that everything is just perfect in your life, but something is blocking it. We're going to look at that in a second. We also over here have the 10 of Wands. And 10 of Wands is the card that says to you, you're carrying a heavy burden. There is something that is weighing you down, and it's so bad, it's so significant that you don't know whether you can actually push through. Now, I'm going to move it out of the way just for a second, because I want to just open up self-exploration. So whatever this burden is, whatever this is that you're carrying, that you're struggling with, that is weighing you down this week, you must understand that it is helping you, aiding you, forcing you to look at yourself, to look at your morals, your beliefs, your understandings, and to make the decision of, like, am I doing this for my own benefit? Am I doing this because it's something I want, I believe in, or that brings me joy? Or am I doing it because it's the burden that somebody else or something else, like society, for example, has put on you? All you want, and I'm going to move these now because I need to. All you want, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, is a happy family. That's the thing that's most important to you, is happiness and joy and togetherness. And, you don't want fancy, fancy, fancy. You're not looking for over the top, but what you're looking for is just basic truth and basic happiness. But the burdens is what are preventing you from having that. Let's see what the blockage to happiness is. I know I said I was going to read this one first, but I have to go to the blockage. So let's have a look and let's reveal the blockage. Oh, the blockage is the Empress. Oh, that is very, very interesting. So the Empress is the card of creation. She is the energy, the archetype of giving birth, giving life to things. So the Empress is saying to you that you are able to create whatever it is you want for yourself, but maybe in there lies the problem. So all you want is happiness and joy. All you want is to overcome the burdens that you are carrying. But the challenge to your happiness is the fact that you have choice, that you have the ability to manifest whatever your heart desires. And maybe this is where the self-exploration comes in, because maybe, being fairy tales and myths, maybe your heart's desire has been leaning more towards the dark shadows instead of embracing the strength, the characteristics, the abilities that your spirit animal has, for example. Maybe it's the burdens of life that is what you're manifesting, and that's why it's a burden to happiness. Happiness is what you want. Happiness is the thing that is most important to you, but the obstacle is your ability to manifest, because everything's weighing heavy on you. Now I want to bring this card in. The card that landed face up off camera is the card of justice. And earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, I know for a fact that you guys believe in truth and justice. Everything has to be done the right way at the right time for the right reasons. And that is exactly what we've got here. So this is a week where you're going to have to reevaluate what is right for you. This is a week where you're going to have to question and challenge and overcome and explore what you believed was right and wrong, because the burdens that you're carrying are unnecessary. You have the ability to change your reality so that you can have the happiness that you deserve. But you can't question or ask somebody to help you. This all has to be done self. Your morals, your beliefs, and your understandings, what you determine to be right and wrong, what you determine to be good or bad, what you determine to be effort or not effort, is all on you. And that's the burden, because you don't feel as if you have the authority to make these choices and these decisions. And that's what you're struggling with. You're struggling to allow that creative energy to flow. So that is what is restricting you from having the happiness that you are looking for at the moment. So let that sink in. Go through that again, you know. I do think there's a lot of truth here for you guys. All right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there for you because I think that was quite impactful. I am sending you all so much love and many blessings. Do have an amazing week. And until we connect again, take care.